Your initial thoughts, Kelly?
The jury definitely sent a message, and it was a very powerful message. They did not believe his testimony, and I think that's definitely key in this case. Whatever he was saying and what he said, they didn't buy it for a second. But you know, it's important to note that when you do testify, that is a very risky move, because either the jury's going to believe you or not, and then it also opens up the door for cross-examination by the prosecution as well.
And his testimony, how will that impact as we head into the penalty phase and fairly soon from now?
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see like the ramification of that when someone actually testifies as well for that, and what exactly is going to happen and what the judge is going to do. But it's important to remember that one of the charges is malice, and that means that he had the intent. Like he thought about this, he planned this, and he really, thought this out.
So Kelly, how is everyone preparing right now? So we're about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before this all starts, the second phase. What's happening behind the doors?
So the defendant is going to talk to his client. Obviously, we can see right now consoling with this. It looks like his family members as well, kind of going through that as well. But then also, defendants probably want to talk to his attorney and seek advice about next steps.
Now, is that unusual? I don't necessarily always see a convicted person being allowed to hug someone in the gallery. That's strange.
That's really interesting to see that, and then also to see the attorney, touching the gentleman in the uniform and stuff like that. That's really interesting to watch the mannerisms and the body language between the people as well. But potentially, the attorney asked, hey, he wants to go over and talk to his family for a second. Can he do that? Just to talk with them and stuff like that. Yeah, that seems really compelling, because you always wonder, why did someone do something? What was the reasoning behind it? And is the parents know something that we don't know? And is this going to come out right now that potentially there was mental health issues and reached a point, and that's when things happen? It'll be really interesting to see what happens next.
This trial has been unlike anything that we have covered recently. It was kind of a shocker, in what happened as it unfolded. So maybe we're going to get shocked yet again. Maybe he's going to actually admit it. Maybe he's going to say sorry.
Samantha.
Yeah, she was really taken aback on the stand and very emotional. She's victimized in a way. Could we hear from her?
Potentially, we could definitely hear from her. We could also hear from the defendant as well. And what exactly is he going to say? Is he going to say that maybe he had some mental health issues and that's a mitigating factor? Or is he not going to say anything? Or is he going to have like a statement already ready to go? Because potentially, I believe he'll appeal this. And so he wants to make sure that that record is preserved, and he says the right things that's going to help him with that appeal.
Okay, well. Still with us, trial attorney Kelly Hyman here in studio. All right, I was a little bit taken aback by mom and dad's statement there. They are full-blown in his lies as well. They believe the statements that he's made.
A tale of two cities. You have the parents for the defendant that believe that he didn't do anything wrong, that he's this kind person, that he would never do this. And then you have the witnesses' testimony for the prosecution, painting a picture of what they believe he is really like and what he is really capable of doing.
Are you surprised that the state of Georgia, this particular jurisdiction, they went straight into sentencing phase, the penalty phase, without doing a PSR? Maybe that was, waived or something like that. But usually there's an evaluation before the defendant is sentenced.
Every state is different. So since this case is in a state court, every state has different procedures and different process and stuff like that. But hearing it go so quickly now, that could be good or bad for the defense side. They have to get ready and make sure that they have people that are going to say something for him. But for the prosecution and for the family, hopefully, potentially have some type of peace and come forward and say something to get it. But no matter what, this is a tragedy that a young girl lost her life and died, and that is just a horrible thing that should never have happened.
You're absolutely right. So many victims with all of this. We have about 20 seconds left, but he still has an opportunity to address the court. What should he say? What would you be counseling him to say? F it all.
you want to make sure that you protect the right to appeal, right? He's already testified, so if there's any inconsistent statements, that could be used against him.
All right, Kelly Hyman, you're going to be with us later today. Thank you so much for your time. Straight ahead, we hear the judge's sentencing for Nicholas Casotis. We'll be right back. This is Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.